on Texas Tech, Grayson and I had this little back and forth today. We had somebody ask us about what are our expectations for the Big 12 next year and something along those lines. And somebody, obviously Joey McGuire is very hit or miss on the Baylor boards depending on who you're reading. Some people feel like he didn't leave the right way. Some people are thrilled for him and they're best buddies and they want nothing but success for him. But the point being, somebody had kind of a sarcastic question about, once Joey McGuire wins 11 games this year, will it be disappointing that they didn't win 12? Because everybody's like so hyped up right now. And Grayson said, well, I think if they make a bowl game, that would be a good year. And I said, make a bowl game? Like, they made a bowl game last year and they fired their head coach. Like, they made the bowl game with an interim head coach. So he and I disagreed on that. What do you guys think for year one for Joey McGuire and Texas Tech? I'm saying bowl game is bare minimum because you've already done that. And it's not like you lost, like, your quarterback and your O-line. I mean, you lost, like, Dawson Deaton and you lost Eric Izankama, and look, those are good players, but not irreplaceable by any stretch of the imagination. You got your entire quarterback room back. You've got, pretty good number of players back just in general on both sides. Not trying to raise the expectations too high, but I just thought, like, make it a bowl game. That should be, like, bare minimum, of course.
Yeah, that should be their floor.
Exactly.
They did not fire Matt Wells because they wanted to get to a bowl game.
No, they need to be.
He was already there, as Craig mentioned.
They need to be 8-4 to me. I mean, like, that's what they need to be.
I think what they have to do is get to 8-9 win. Let's say 8-4, but I do think 8-9. But I also think they have to win a couple of games against those who move the needle.
Well, his point was, okay, they play Houston and NC State in the non-conference. Okay, those are losable games. They're also winnable games. Like, they could very easily go 3-0 as quickly as they could.
They could have beat Houston last year.
Exactly. Yeah. And I didn't even bring that up with him. I was thinking it. I was just trying to move on eventually. But, yeah, I mean, they should have beaten Houston. Or they should and could very well beat Houston. I mean, Houston will have the same thing to say as well. But so that game's a toss-up. The NC State one, okay. And then I get they got to play the Big 12, but if you can get like 2 wins in your non-conference, if not 3, then yeah, you very easily should be able to win 3 or 4 games in the Big 12. I mean, Kansas is one. There's one for you. So, yeah, I don't know. I was kind of surprised by his response that like the goal should be making a bowl game. It's like, you did that with an interim last year. So I was just curious y'all's thoughts on that.
By the way, I agree with you. I think that Joey McGuire surely thinks more than that as well.
I'm not thinking 9-10 wins either. I'm just saying that should be the floor.
Robert Beekler, by the way, asked if, what about Oklahoma State as a